Okay, we have this next problem here. It says work with your partner, write a ratio for each sentence, compare the ratios. If they are equal, then the answer is it is fair. If they are not equal, then the answer is it is not fair. Explain your reasoning. So what I want you to do is I'm going to ask the sub to go ahead and pause the video in just a minute. I want you guys to change these two sentences into a ratio like we did here. So notice it says on the first day you paint 100 square feet in 2.5 hours. Notice that that's your first ratio. I have my feet here. I have my hours here. The next day you paint 200 square feet in 4 hours. That information is here. Notice the labeling. Feet, feet, hours, hours. You need to label your work. Okay? One sentence is one ratio. The other sentence is the other ratio. So again, I'm going to ask the sub to pause the video so that you guys can change this into a set of ratios that are equal to each other. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and you're going to change these into ratios. Okay, this is what you should have written down. $184 for 2 tickets. $184, 2 tickets. $266 or $266 for 3 tickets right here. It'd be really interesting to know our unit rate, which is how much am I paying per ticket. So again, I'm going to ask the sub to pause the video. You need to find the unit rate. You have 2 minutes to do so. Find the unit rate. Okay, you should have found the unit rate to be $92 per ticket. Okay, so again, 2 goes into 18, 9 times. 0, bring down the 4, 2 times 2 is 4, $92 per ticket. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did during the warm-up today and in yesterday's assignment in class. We're going to figure out what's going on here. Am I being treated fairly or unfairly? So you're going to take this dollar amount. We have $92 per one ticket. And I want to know, with me buying those 3 tickets, what was the price going to be? So you need to take the unit rate here, and you need to find out. Because if I multiply this by 3 or denominator by 3, I have to multiply the numerator by 3. So again, I'm going to ask the sub to pause it. You all should be working on that, should have it less than a minute. You need to write me a sentence. You need to explain your reasoning right here. So it says explain. Okay, so pause the video, work it out. Okay, we did our work. At $92 each, 3 tickets should cost $276. So this is not fair because each ticket costs $92. 3 tickets should cost $276. Now you should probably tell yourself, hey, that is fair. It's fair for me because I got a discount. But it's not fair to the person selling the tickets unless that's what they wanted to do. So if they wanted to give you a discount, that's fine. But technically, in order to be fair, the person who sold you the ticket should be selling you the tickets for $276. Please keep that in mind that in the real world, if this were to happen, if you were to accidentally undercharge somebody, that extra $10 would be coming out of your paycheck. So again, not fair for the person selling the tickets. Okay, we're going to do one more problem. This problem is about answering questions and getting points correct on an assignment or a test or something. So again, I'm going to ask the sub to go ahead and pause this video. I want you to go ahead and set everything up. I want you to set up a ratio and proportion. I want you to find the unit rate. I then want you to do the math to check whether or not that second ratio matches. So again, this should take, let's say, 3 to 4 minutes. The timer should be set for 3 to 4 minutes. The video paused. The sub will be walking around, checking to make sure that you are doing your work and not just sitting there waiting for the video to give you the answer. If you are doing that and being lazy, the teacher, the sub, will write your name down. and you will be coming into OMI time. Again, everybody must be participating in class. Okay, so this is what your setup should look like. You should have 75 points per question, 70 points per question. And again, the whole point of this is we want to know how many points are you receiving per question. So we have to do the division on that, and we get 5. So 5 points per question. Over here, we have 5 points per one question, and I want to know if I get 14 questions correct, am I going to get 70 points on my quiz or my assignment? So again, I have to multiply the denominator by 14 to get 14. But if I multiply the denominator by 14, I have to multiply the numerator by 14. So the math right here, 14 times 5, 4 times 5 is 20, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 2 is 70. So everything matches up. So you should be writing me a sentence explaining that this is fair. So I would talk about that based on the first ratio here, we receive 5 points per question. If you get 14 questions right, you get 5 points for each, which would be a total of 70 points. And because the 70 points matches up with the 70 points here, this is fair. So you would get a fair score on your assignment or quiz.